Every time I sit here or stand to communicate, I want to take one simple truth and lodge it into your heart. I want you to know that one thing and know what to do with it, especially in the workplace. If you stick with me in this video, we'll explore some method of communication that will help you achieve the goals you set for yourself and your team, titled How to Communicate Effectively in the Workplace. Subscription to this channel is very simple. Just click on the subscription button below and also turn on the notification bell so you don't get to miss any of our videos. And if you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Flora On. Here in this channel, my passion is sharing everything skill with you at every slightest opportunity.
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting, and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.
In an office or firm, a good method of communication that can fully express the intention of the speaker produces an effective outcome that can lead to a more successful result in the office. Effective communication can make you and your subordinates more productive. It can also help people become more skilled at their job, get promotions and progresses in their careers. Free-flowing and effective communication between you and your staff will eliminate those types of misunderstanding. There are many methods for clear communication, and using them in a combination that is most effective in your workplace will ensure that no communication problem arises going forward. Communication plays an important role in every organization. It can help to eliminate misunderstandings and assist in facilitating the flow of information. No matter who you're communicating with, clients, stakeholders, staffs, or colleagues, some essential skills will help you to succeed. If you recognize that communication in your workplace could do some improvement, try implementing some of these changes to your corporate practices. So, how do you communicate effectively in your workplace? How to communicate effectively in your workplace? Number one, encourage open discussion. When you encourage your staff to communicate openly, there is this sense that they will be seen and heard, with the impression that their opinion matters. When people are asked to give their feedback and can contribute in a meaningful way, they feel valued and more confident to communicate more ideas and more information. The second way to communicate effectively in your workplace is consider more face-to-face or phone conversations. For many people, email is one of the banes of modern day life, and responding to them seems to eat up a lot of time quite often. The emails people receive can be avoided altogether, and it will be quicker and simpler if the person sending the email picked up a phone or stopped by their colleagues' desks to have a face-to-face conversation. The third point you need to communicate effectively in your workplace is you have to be careful when wording emails. It's hard to interpret tone when reading an email, which means that often the recipient will take an email in a context that it wasn't intended. It may cause someone offense. Likewise, if you aren't clear in your email communications, you might get the recipient confused, especially if what you say is ambiguous and open for interpretations. The other person may believe something entirely different from what you intended to communicate. Always proofread your emails and ensure you use proper spellings, punctuation, and grammar. It can be distracting to your recipients otherwise, and many consider it to be rude and unprofessional. So if you've chosen to use email, or probably you want to use a WhatsApp or any means, you have to be conscious of what you're writing. And the fourth one is you have to be aware of your body language. When you are in a leadership position, you need to be aware of your body language and the way people around you react to it. You should endeavor to communicate with a positive physical presence. So tips to have a good body language is number one, you have to smile, maintain eye contact, keep arms crossed, and holding a straight upright posture. The fifth one, you have to make meetings meaningful. You should only hold meetings if they are absolutely necessary. Too often in the corporate world, meetings are held just for the sake of it, involving an ever-expanding cast of people who don't even understand what they are there for. You have to determine if you do need that meeting, or if a face-to-face or phone conversation will suffice. If a meeting is necessary, make sure you set a time limit and agenda. The sixth one, you have to use image and videos. You can often get your point across better if you have a relevant graphic to go with it. For example, a graph, a photo, or even a light-hearted memo. Many people respond better to visual information, so you have to keep that in mind. Short video clips can also help to reinforce your message. So the seventh way to communicate effectively in your workplace is use of paralanguage expression. Paralanguage or paralinguistic is your tone of voice, volume and pitch. A different tone can make same statement sound enthusiastic, hesitant, angry, or sarcastic. Paying attention to your paralanguage can help your employees perceive you as a relaxed, confident, and authoritative. You should use a tone of voice that is appropriate for your surroundings. Words can mean different things to different people, and it depends on the tone of voice you speak. Yelling or using an improper tone of voice can discourage your team members and keep them from doing their best work. Avoid mumbling and speak clearly. Do not assume that your team understands the information they are giving. You're not speaking in a way that does not allow everyone to hear you clearly. The eighth one, you have to be appreciative. After every communication section, via whatever means you have decided, always remember to thank your listeners for their time. Just like I will soon thank you for watching this video. It will cost you nothing, and it's a simple courtesy. So here are the points I mentioned earlier, how to communicate effectively in your workplace. How to communicate effectively in your workplace. First one, encourage open discussion. The second one is consider more face-to-face conversations. The third one is be careful when wording emails. The fourth one is you have to be aware of your body language. Make meetings meaningful. The sixth one, use image and videos. The seventh one, use of paralanguage expressions. And the last but not the least is be appreciative. In conclusion, remember that the point of working as a team is to share ideas and boost productivity. When effective communication in the workplace is hampered, it can sidetrack the entire effort. You must work hard at this communication and create ground rules to keep everyone up to date, which helps avoid confusion and ensure the completion of the project with ease. Communication is key, whether written or spoken, reading or listening. These skills are crucial in the workplace by nature. So here is the challenge for you. What have you learned? How will you communicate otherwise henceforth? Communicate with us on the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.